Hair is so poofy.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's episode of Late Night Q&A with ZodWriter featuring SweetSonjaG. This is episode number 9. We're a little bit late, but not too late. Only a couple of minutes. Let's see here. We're glad that all of you could be here with us today for this additional episode. How are you today, Sonia?
Hot. No,
Well, you're always
I'm
hot.
good. No.
So what else is new? I mean, give us something different. You say hot, but yeah, you're always hot. What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm good. I worked today and I came home. I picked up a salad on the way home from work because I wanted to eat something when I got off.
Well, that sounds exciting.
And then I took a nap. Oh. And then I slept until about 7 o'clock my time, which is about an hour ago I woke up.
Okay.
I didn't do anything exciting. But you know, tonight is a special night for a skate event that's going on. And I sacrificed that to be here with you, Joe.
Well, you didn't have to do that. If you wanted to go to the event, we could have just...
I'm dedicated.
I'm dedicated too.
No, see, it's cool.
This is how I said. This is how I know that we'll always do this show because it's a priority, and we want to make sure, no matter how tired we are or how busy we may have been or whatever, that we're here with you guys, and that's what this is about. We want to continue to do this show on a regular basis because it's a very, very positive show. Amidst all the negativity and stuff that happens on the internet and social media and stuff, various things that have been going on lately, this is a positive show, and we are trying to maintain it, and we are going to continue to do it every week. So that's definitely a good thing. And so, speaking of the chat, we do have some people in the chat here. So we will go ahead and take a look at some of your comments. Starting with that dude Vince, he says, "Woot! I'll be able to watch this one since I'm off tomorrow night." Okay, well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you could be here with us, as always. And our good friend Koopy Malik is here. He says, "Looks like I'm early. Got to get my coffee or tea first before it starts." Sonia, are you okay?
No, I was reading the comments. What are you drinking, Koopy Malik?
And BatDan530 says, "Oh boy, with everything that went on today, I feel today's episode is going to be good." Okay. Well, that's great to hear, Dan. I hope the episode is good. I know you've been busy lately. You haven't had much, you haven't had much time. You've been busy with work and stuff. And we missed you on the last couple of episodes we've had. We've had some pretty good episodes on this show lately. BatDan530 says, "Are you guys going to be there for the August 5th Air Cut event?" On Twitter, you mean on social media? Yeah, I mean, I'll participate as always. I don't know.
I know nothing about it. So.
Yeah, so I that's why I didn't say anything, because I was just like, you probably didn't know anything about it.
I'm not actually part of the fandom, so anywho.
And Koopy Malik says, "Sonia, I'm in the middle of work while watching you guys." That's awesome, Koopy Malik. I'm glad that you could be watching us while you're working. That's awesome.
Appreciate that.
And Anthony says, "Hello, Zod." Hello, Anthony. How are you? Good to see you, man, as always. Thoughts on the motion comic, Justice League motion comic getting canceled? Well, I'll say this for that project. I had hoped that the project would have gone to fruition, but I really feel like a lot of the stuff that happened was due to a lot of legalities and things that they weren't aware of behind the scenes. And I don't really like the fact that they're going around trying to blame the issues and stuff that they're having on the negative backlash that they got. The negative backlash they got was because of other stuff, was because of the art. They were getting accused of, plagiarizing and tracing and that kind of stuff. So that's where all the negative backlash came from. Okay. The idea that if it's an event that's for charity, then there's no reason to cancel it just because you're getting criticized. All you have to do at that point is make your adjustments. Make your adjustments and go back about what you were doing. But I believe that there was more to it than just that kind of thing. So obviously, there was more to it than we were privy to as people on the outside looking in. So I didn't want to see anybody get in trouble. So if it was canceled for legal reasons, I think that was, the smart thing to do. But it's kind of sad because I know those guys had good intentions, and it would have been nice to see it come to fruition, because anything that is an effort to keep the Snyderverse in the public consciousness would have been is a nice thing. And again, like I said, I feel like their intentions were good. So I don't really look at it like that, like it was a negative thing on that level. I just feel like that some of the negative backlash, you're going to get negative backlash no matter what you do. There's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people that aren't going to agree with your positions or agree with the things that you do. So I feel like if it was really a charity event and it was really something they had control over, they wouldn't have canceled it over backlash. That's why I think there's something deeper involved than just the backlash, because people are going to complain no matter what you do. And I mean, that's just the bottom line. Bat Dan says, yeah, I missed being on your show too. I have faith I will have a regular job by fall, so I will be on a normal sleep schedule. That's awesome. That's good. Cool. That's good. That's good. Kupi Malik says the project can be done properly, but it being canceled, probably the best course of action to take at this time, at least until all the legality is resolved. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think. I think it's a legal thing. But see, that's where I'm at. I'm like kind of upset with the fact that, people involved in the project are going around acting like, oh, it was just a bunch of haters. All they did was complain and bash it and bash this and bash that and complain, and made it seem like that's the reason why they shut it down. And that's not the reason. That can't be the reason, because they had to know this is the internet. You're going to get backlash and you're going to get people hating no matter what you do. You don't just stop altogether and throw away, completely scrap all this hard work you're doing on a project. If it's something you believe in, something you're confident in, you man up and you deal with it. You solve whatever the problems are, and then you push forth. I don't understand any of this. To me, it's like if I were involved, and I said this on the stream that I did on over the weekend, if I were involved in, if I were on board with that committee or whatever, that group of people that decided to do this in the first place, there's a lot of things that I would have said and contributed that may have kept the project going. Because when I think about it, I'm like, these guys, I don't know what these guys were thinking about. And I saw something today where one guy was trying to blame it all on one particular person or a particular group of people, and then they were trying to call out other people, and it was all just a bunch of like sour grapes and people complaining, and it's like listen, if you believe in your project and you believe in what you're doing, then you really shouldn't care about the negative backlash you're getting, because that was going to happen anyway. Negative backlash is always going to be there no matter what the project. And I can't stress that enough. So it's I don't know. I don't get why bother. I mean, if it's for charity, then this kind of thing, shouldn't have stopped them. And that's what makes me believe it was legalities behind the scenes that they didn't have any control over. And they're just saying that it was the backlash to try and save face and try and clean some of this stuff up. But I feel like, transparency is part of the problem too. If you're honest about the reasons why you're not able to do something, if you're honest about what was wrong, or if you found out that your artists were tracing or whatever, and that's not something that you wanted them to do, or you thought that the art wasn't up to par with what you wanted to do, you make adjustments and you move on, and you can curb all that criticism, because I guarantee you the majority of the people who criticized what they were doing or criticized the project overall were going to continue to criticize it no matter how good it turned out. So that's where my issue with the whole thing is. Arkham Gaming says, did you see Lightcast deactivated his Twitter and got rid of everything on his YouTube channel? I think Lightcast is just going to wait until all the backlash cools down, and then he's going to come back. That's what I think is going to happen. The sad thing about it all is it all feels to me like it's just internet posturing, internet theater. I don't really think he deleted all his videos on his channel. I feel like what he did was he deactivated his videos, and he's taking a breather, and he's going to come back eventually. That's what I think is going to happen. I mean, there's no reason for him to leave. Honestly, there's no reason for any of them to leave Twitter. And I've seen a few people that were involved in the project today say that they were leaving Twitter, or say that they were leaving YouTube or whatever. And for me, I feel like that's making a mountain out of a molehill. This was a little snafu. This was a little setback that you had because you had some issues with your artists. None of your haters had anything to do with your artists tracing Jim Lee's work. Your artists we didn't make your artists do that. Your haters didn't make your artists do that. And if you didn't make your artists do that, you make some adjustments and you move on. I don't understand the issue. Like, it's all so convoluted and ridiculous. And then you had people making statements about why they were quitting and why they were no longer going to be a part of the project. It's like, how bad could the project be behind the scenes if you got all these people jumping ship over ridiculous things? Like, I don't understand. Like, if you don't have all your ducks in a row, you don't have all your legalities set, you don't have all your artists on point, and your artists aren't aware of what they're exactly supposed to do, that's not the people that are complaining about it. That's not our fault. That's not the fans' fault. When you go and you try to undertake a project like this, that's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of stuff that you got to do. There's a lot of things you got to make sure that you get right in order for something like this to happen. And chiefly among those is making sure all the legalities are taken care of with the studio and stuff, because you don't want the studio to shut you down because you're breaking copyright laws and all kinds of other things. So I really feel like it had more to do with that than anything else. And even if the studio didn't get involved and didn't shut them down, and because I know one of them was trying to claim today that the studio never took anything down, they never tried to shut him down. Well, then if that's the case, you have even less of a reason to have stopped doing the project. I really think the main reason they really stopped the project, if it wasn't because of that, it was because of all these people jumping ship, all these people that were on board with the project at first who decided to leave. And then that's what caused them to say, you know what, we're going to pack it up and get out of here. I think that's what it was. That combined with the backlash. It's one of those two. It's either that or it was a legal reason behind the scenes that they have not disclosed. Either way, either one, is completely valid at this point. Batdan says, to clarify my faith in the Batman's faith in Zack Snyder's Justice League, nothing is confirmed. Honestly, with the project, I would have a lot more respect if people would own up to their mistakes. I agree with you. I don't think there was any reason not to for them not to continue, because it was shaping up to be good. It looked pretty decent. I mean, like I said, the whole thing with the artist and the tracing seemed like it was just a miscommunication with their artists. I mean, that's all it seemed like it was to me. If you have a miscommunication with the people that are working for the project or whatever, you straighten it out and then you move on. It's not that big of a deal. I don't, like I said, I don't think it was worth all the trouble that ended up ensuing. All these people stepping down, people leaving the internet, Lightcast completely shutting down his channel. I mean, there's so many things that didn't have to happen. I mean, and I'm sitting here like I'm completely baffled by the whole thing. And I understand. At some point, you gotta take sides, and you gotta say, okay, either you believe what these guys are saying, or you believe what the alternative is, and you kind of skate somewhere in the middle. And I kind of skate somewhere in the middle because I have friends on both sides. As a lot of you know, as a lot of you who watch these shows know, I'm very, very good friends with Sil Abdul. And Sil is one of the people that the people involved in this project really do not like. They do not like Sil at all. So anytime Sil makes any kind of criticisms or levels any kinds of criticisms at them, whether you believe the criticisms are valid or not, they go after Sil, and they go after Sil like gangbusters because they don't like Sil, and there's a disconnect between them and Sil that's existed for a long time. So that's one of those things that you kind of, as somebody who kind of skirts both sides and kind of, sees both perspectives, I kind of have to pick, kind of have to make my decision on what I think. And a lot of it is complicated. But when it comes to this thing, I think the whole situation was completely overblown. So Arkham Gaming, they did it. KP says, well said, Zod, 100% on point. TSS take, can't wait for the air cut erasing guns parody. Me either. Koopy Malik says, Zod, I don't think canceling the project because of them being reactionary. I think there's something else involved in it. Yeah, I do too. I think there's something behind the scenes that we just don't know, that we're just not privy to. That's how it feels. Leroy Kong says, hello, Zod. Hello, SweetSonjaG. Sorry I'm late. Great live.
Hey, Leroy. I was about to call him Leo. Leroy Kong.
So what's up? What's up, Sonia? You've been pretty quiet.
The shit you guys are talking about, I have no idea about, so I'm just kicking back listening to your responses. But you're going to have to slow that shit down because this is our show. This ain't about the fandom and all that other shit. So,
all that other crap that's going on. Exactly.
So we're going to have to come back on that.
Katsuka says, hey, Biggity Bam. I guess he's in a good mood. I don't know.
Hey, Katsuka.
And Mega Deuce says, shit is so wild in this fandom. Absolutely, it's wild. It's nonsensical, most of it. I wish everybody, I don't know this sounds cliche, but I really do wish everybody would just get along. It'd be so much easier if people would get on the same page, especially in a fandom like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty ridiculous. Katsuka says, pow, pow. Absolutely. And the beautiful and wonderful Rhea says, hey, everyone. Hope you're all well.
Hey, Rhea.
Okay. I did send Rhea the link, so if Rhea wants to jump on, she can do so at any time. Koopy Malik says hello to Rhea. Everybody giving props to Rhea. What's up, Rhea? Rhea pops up on everything. You see her on all the streams. You see her in the chat on every single one of these streams in the fandom. Rhea is definitely devoted. Leroy Kong says, such a shame what happened. I agree. It is a shame, man. It's a shame. It's a shame, and yeah. Leroy Kong, hello, Rhea. Hello, everyone. Absolutely. Arkham Gaming. Did you hear the breaking news? Cultured Nerd just confirmed that Lightcast has closed shop. It's on Twitter. It was confirmed. I know. Right now, he has closed shop. But, I mean, the thing is, he can always come back if he wants to. That's why it's not – it. To me, it's like if you're going to shut down just because of backlash over something like this, you know, you put all that hard work into your channel. You devoted all this time into this content, all these hours upon hours of content. It's a little bit overblown of a response, to be honest with you. And I for one hope that he kind of understands and sees and learns from this experience and, comes back better than before if he decides to come back. But if he decided to close up shop over this and isn't going to come back, that's his decision. Okay, so that's what it's really all about. Leroy Kong says, hey, Rhea. Hello, everyone. Okay, I read that already. Rel McMillan says, I think the beef between them and Sil is because of the Mikey Sutton partnership. It sucks because I like the 4 nerds and Sil. Well, Rel, it's like this. Sil and I both used to be part of the 4 nerds. That's not the case anymore. All right. The 4 nerds have kind of made their mark and kind of made their decision what direction they were going to go. They're doing their own thing. They're successful at it, and it's cool. And I'm happy for them. But at the same time, it's like I can see where, I can see where Sil's coming from because, I have my own issues when it comes to that whole debacle. And it's hard for me because I'm friends with them but I'm also very, very good friends with Sil. So it's one of those scenarios where it's a balance. It's a constant balancing act. And I honestly feel like, I miss the 4 nerds in the way that it was back when I was a part of it with Sil. That's what I miss. I miss it being me, Sil, Ryan, and Dawson. That was the 4 nerds for me. I miss that. And I say that all the time because back when we were doing that, there was a certain formula to it. There was a certain thing about it that was really, really cool. And even to this day, even with that beef that exists, Sil and I still speak very, very fondly about our time with the 4 nerds. So I'm not, so again, I have no animosity towards those guys whatsoever. I feel sad that there's a rift between them and Sil. Obviously, it's bigger now than it was, but it is what it is. You just gotta look at it that not everybody's gonna get along, not everybody's gonna see eye to eye, and that's unfortunate, but that's just the way of the world. Bat Dan says, Sonia G, what do you think the correct order to watch the Star Wars films is?
I don't.
Good luck. Good luck with that one, Sonia.
I'm not going to even answer that because I don't know. I mean, I watched all the films. I don't know. I never really thought about that. So, I don't know. I'm messing with you.
I'm just letting
no,
you.
I'm sorry. For real,
hey.
I don't know. I can't answer that right now. What are you
I don't
drinking, Joey?
I don't want to say anything. I just want to listen to you talk.
No, you go ahead and answer the question. What do you think? I can't. Why are you tripping, Joey? Stop playing.
No, I'm not playing. You need to handle it. Answer the question. I'm out of it.
SweetSonjaG about to turn.
I don't have nothing to say.
Hey, what happened? Shut up. Why are you clowning?
Okay, and Ralph McMillan says, Sweet Sonia about to turn into Mean Sonia if Zod doesn't change the topic. Well, I did change the topic. I went over to banter.
Oh, shut up. So that's what the choke out is about. He got in trouble last time. Anyway. Not about this, though. About something else.
Right, and Ryan Rivera says, what's up, Zod? What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man? Hello, Zod and Sonia. Good you're not part of the fandom. It's way, way better. Anyway, let's move on to other topics. Exactly.
See, this is Zod's world, so he brought me into it. So I'm learning about all of this, you know. But anyway,
Yeah, but it's not a good time to be,
I know.
be in it. That's the problem. It's been a lot of
I see it.
drama these last couple of
I
days.
see that. I see that.
Anthony says, Zod and Sonia, what is your all top 5 best movies of all time?
Of all time, I mean, I really don't have a top 5, but the Bad Boys movies were one of my favorites. Independence Day with Will Smith. Alien versus Predator was one. What else? Batman versus Superman was another. Was another one of my favorites. I mean, there's so many movies that I like. I can't really like pick like 5 top, you know, but I don't know. I loved all the Jurassic Park movies. So yeah, we'll call it there. Hello?
Yeah, your audio's cracking up.
Yo,
Your audio's cracking up, Sonia. I don't know if it was because of your headset or whatever. Say something.
Hello. Okay. Testing.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
All right.
I don't know. I couldn't hear you.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Were you on mute?
No, you might have been on mute or something. I don't know. You might have muted your audio so you couldn't hear. I don't know, but I could hear you. Rel McMillan says, I want to hear about Sonia's experience with the spiritual realm.
We were supposed to dedicate a show to all of my stories. Oh my gosh. I could tell you one experience. Which one do I want to share? Oh my goodness, there's so many. Do you guys want to hear about, well, you guys heard the one about the Ouija board. I told you guys that in like the second show? But as far as experiences go, like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of astral travel. Anybody? If you have, put it in the chat. Anyhow, I meditate a lot. So when I had first started meditating, my first experience with astral travel, I had took myself into like a really, really deep meditation. And I didn't know what astral travel was before I experienced what I experienced until after I researched what I had experienced. But I had been meditating for like a year. I was practicing meditation, and it was just normally like for relaxation and stuff like that. And then there was one day that I had went into a really, really deep trance. And then it was just weird because I wasn't actually like asleep. I was aware of everything around me. And my body was like in a state to where I couldn't move or anything like that. I know they say when you're in a position where your body can't move or you can't breathe or you can't say anything, they call that sleep paralysis, but I don't think that was sleep paralysis that I was in. But anyhow, as my body was relaxed, my body was asleep and my mind was awake. That's the easiest way to explain it. And then it's just really weird because I don't know if it's the soul or if it's the spirit or whatever, I don't know if you guys heard of OBE, and that's what astral travel is pretty much. OBE is when your spirit or your soul or whatever leaves your body. And it just really freaked me out because when I was meditating, I'm not sure how long I was meditating for, but when I went into this deep state and I could feel my body, these weird things happening to my body because my mind was awake. I wasn't asleep, but my body was very still. And then the first thing I experienced was tingles going through my body. And then my body had begun, after a while, my body had begun to vibrate. It's just really weird to explain. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it was like a vibration. And then this weird noise started coming out of my ears. Like, it sounded like a train. It was just really weird, like a train on a track or whatever. And so my body's vibrating, I'm tingling, and I'm hearing these weird noises coming out of my ears. And then all of a sudden I can feel it was just weird. I can feel myself or my soul or my spirit or whatever you call it departing, like separating from my body. So you hear people how they say like they died on an operating table or something like that, or a near-death experience or whatever. It's pretty much the same thing, whether spirit or soul leaves their body, and they can see themselves like laying there, and they can see everything that the doctors are doing and things like that. But like my experience here in my home, once my spirit or my soul left my body, I was like hovering above my body, and I could see myself lying there, which is really, really weird. It just sort of freaked me out though. And I can say I was probably out of my body for about maybe, I don't know, I really couldn't tell how long I was out, but I know once I had separated, I saw myself laying there, and I could actually like move around in my room and throughout my apartment and stuff. It was just the strangest thing. I know it sounds crazy, but this is my experience. So
that's awesome.
No, but I'm at a point to where it's just really weird. I was really, once I got back into my body, it frightened me. Once I got back into my body, like when I was out of my body, I mean, I could see myself. I was just freaking out. I mean, I wasn't freaking out. I was just like in awe. And then once I returned to my body, that's when I freaked out because I had woke up, and I just couldn't believe what had just happened to me. It was just really weird. But that experience, because I meditate so much, I pretty much learned how to do it at will. Now, that was my very first experience, what I just told you right now, but I pretty much can do it at will now. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, I can force myself, or I can make myself go out of my body at will, basically. So, and with astral travel, you can travel to like different realms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like you have your lower realms where you may encounter like negative beings, like demons and stuff like that. And then the higher realms you go, you meet your spirit guides and angels and things like that. And I heard stories of people claim they met Jesus or they saw the face of God or whatever. I haven't had those experiences. But yeah, we are not alone. There are other beings out there, and through astral travel, I'm serious.
Okay, well, thank you, Rel McMillan, for that one. Okay,
what?
that was crazy, right?
What?
And we've got a special guest in the back who would like to join us. So I didn't want to cut you off or anything. Hopefully you pretty much
whatever, Joey,
able to tell us everything that was happening and all of that. Are you? But yeah, was that does that answer your question, Rel? I mean, is that the spiritual realm?
I'm not sure what it is he wanted to hear, but that's just something I thought I'd share. I have many experiences, but that's just one thing that I can do at will, is to leave my body and visit other realms. But you guys, like I said, you might think it's crazy, but it's real. All you got to do is try it yourself. But anywho, go ahead, Joey. That's what you were going to do.
Well, no. See, you're off camera right now, so I have to wait for you to come back.
No, go ahead.
No, you got to come back on camera.
You can bring her on.
I can't bring nobody on until you come back on camera.
Why?
What's going on? Oh, you talking to your son?
No, I'm talking to you.
Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and bring in one of our special guests for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you know him. I know him. We all know him. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Sil Abdul. What's up, Sil?
What's up, guys? I know what stream I was getting into. What's up, Sonya?
Hey. What?
And Ryan Rivera says here, there's probably something else we don't know behind the scenes involving the motion comic. Might learn some bigger revelations soon. Well, I'm sure that Sil Abdul here has some insight on what we're talking about when it comes to that. BS. What's up, Sil?
Hey, it's just been a normal day in the fandom, normal couple days, Now I've always said, and me and Zod, we've talked about, I thought they still should have finished the project. I'll just start with that. So then kind of go from there, right? But I have talked to some of the artists that was a part of it. If they want to come forward with their story, I don't know if I'm gonna do it anonymously or I don't know how they want to do it, but it wasn't behind the scenes stuff. Yes,
we can get some voice box stuff going on for them. We could like put them through, put them through like auto tune or something,
Yeah, that's my next scoop right there.
I mean, Katsuka 92 says here, sounds cliche as hell, but I wish we could all get along, and that's a good sentiment. We're all sitting here like, yeah, I wish we could all astral project like Sonya does. That would be cool, right?
All right, Sonya.
Sonya astral projected out of her body right now. That's probably why she's right here. She took off. Like she turned off her camera and it was like, hello, Sonya, are you there? Hello? Like it's like yeah. So
I mean, I do wish people would get along. It comes down to like your, I guess certain loyalties to certain people and things like that. It gets kind of weird. Yeah.
It does, and that's where I say it's like it's like it's no secret that that when it comes to all this, it's like my allegiance is I'm like with you, like you and I, like we're on the same team. So I really can't, so it's like it's hard for me to look at them and be like and see the stuff that they're saying and like the blatant stuff they're coming out and saying about you that's just not true. And it's like
news to me.
You can't really support that they're apparently according to those guys, you're buying subs for your channel.
Awesome.
I don't know.
Well, we got one bot in the chat. Malik, he's a sub. Are you a bot? Are you? Hey, I'm just saying, like it's funny to me, right? It's unfortunate, right? I think the last couple of videos I did, I only called out one person. And I think everybody knows who that one person. I always think of when you're dealing with adults, you kind of let the two men handle their business, right? So just kind of that's one thing. So for anyone else, I don't know what other beef anyone else has with me, unless they're just trying to defend that one person I called out, right? So it is what it is.
Well, I don't really understand that either, because I kind of look at it like, somebody said a couple comments above. Somebody said, "Well, the cultured nerd put out a statement that Lightcast has officially ended his YouTube career," and it's kind of like in that regard, it's like, well, the cultured nerd has been wrong before.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like I don't know what you want me to say. They've been wrong before. So what's the problem? I mean,
I see Malik. I know you're not a bot. I was using an example. You know, somehow I bought, you know, my subs. Maybe more people should buy subs. But with I forgot the point you was like. Oh yeah, with like okay. So as far as like I said with like as, I mean, it is actually a little personal, right? So that's probably why people was like, Sil, you kind of went in kind of hard. I was kind of, you know, dumping on at the end, you know, but it's a history to that, right? Everyone else, like I said, I don't know what their preference is. It just because they're siding with like us, and okay, you know, okay, that's cool. Do I want him to end his career? I don't think it should be that drastic. He was doing something for charity. Some people in the fandom didn't like you, so you quit.
That's where my biggest issue with it all goes. If you're doing it for charity and it's a big event for charity, then why does a little bit of backlash that's obviously an issue with some of your artists have such a powerful impact on everything? Why not just correct the issue with your artists and move on and finish the project? What's the big deal? That's what I don't understand. Like if it's for charity and if it's something that you are legit, you know, confident in, and you know that you did everything that you had to do behind the scenes, so you don't have the studio coming after you. What do you care what a few chuds on Twitter say?
Yeah,
who cares about social media? People are gonna hate. People are going to hate no matter what you do. That's what I was saying earlier. It's like regardless of what side you're on, and it's so god awful to have to say things like sides, but it's the truth. And it's like, regardless of what side you're on, you don't want to see anybody get in trouble. You don't want to see anybody get hurt. You just want, if it's a project that you're confident in, you know, it's like funny, Sil. You're getting all this flack, but you never said you didn't want them to succeed. You never told anybody that they shouldn't support it. You basically, you know, you were just, you know, following along with what was going on. If anything, if they're going to be mad at anybody, they should be mad at Screen Rant for publishing the article that they published where they said that some of the money wasn't even going to charity. I mean, I want my motion comic stimulus check.
Exactly. Exactly. My thing, I did 2 videos on this topic because the first one was when the whole, I guess it's offensive to call it tracing now. I don't know. That's just what other artists are telling me. It was tracing or copied or whatever. But I did my first video when that came up, when they did those side-by-side pictures. And then it just so happened last night, after I did my first video, they canceled the project. So I did the second video today, right? Each of those videos, I made it very clear they should have finished the motion comic. And I took more shots just at like us because, again, it's personal. So maybe people shouldn't get in the middle of that if it's something personal. Everyone else, I don't know. I never really dumped on the project. I thought it was funny seeing the side-by-sides like everyone else, you know, I mean, and that's just that right now. I will say this, another little tip from the artists I've talked to, they told me that there was a plan to have some original art. That's another reason why I said today that they should have finished this. If you had artists that was going to do original work. So I just go by, you know, what they're telling me, people that's, you know, in the know. And I thought they should have finished it, but I guess that's the reason they hate me. So yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, like I said, I was all for it too. I love these guys. I was all for it. I was hoping that it would be a success and that they would be able to do what they wanted. I just didn't want them to get in trouble, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. And that was the thing. I think it was some valid concerns, but if they had it under control, I was like, hey, let's see what they got. Right. And then when Walt on Twitter, if people don't know who Walt is, he, you know, has like 3,000 followers, right? When he tweeted out about the side-by-side pictures, it became news in the fandom, right? And so just for the fact that we covered it, they shouldn't be mad about it. They should be mad at him because he had a very long thread. I'm sure that's still up on Twitter. talking about the art. Don't be mad at me because y'all didn't check the art before you put it out. Right? So that is what it is. And like I said, if they mad, they just mad. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I don't know. I just I'm just, I'm tired of all the drama, just like everyone else. And it's really one of those things, I really, don't like to see so much negativity coming out like this. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. And again, it's something that could have been avoided on their end. So.
Yeah. It's just a lot of general terms being thrown about, like, no one wanted to support it. This side didn't want to support it. I converse with people on both sides, right? I actually talked with Wonder Meg after she dropped out of the project, right? So my point is that I don't just stick to one side or one group, or, I try to converse. When we was in the Four Nerds, like I was trying to get guests every week because I was trying to network with everyone. So I talk with everyone, right? So this whole negativity thing, like I said, maybe because I was so loud about Lightcast, people thought I was just like going at everybody. Maybe that's what it was. Cause I got people messaging me now. They're just seeing my tweets now. And they're like, man, Sil, like he's off Twitter now. Stop going in on him, right? I was like, that's an old tweet. I already put it in before he quit. So. But at the end of the day, Zod, no one wants to see, the fandom going at each other. It's actually not entertaining for anyone. So, I never done that for clicks. Out of 11 months of streaming, I did probably like 3 videos on that topic of just like beef with someone. 11 months. I think that's a pretty good ratio, meaning that, all my bots, don't care about the beef. And they rather talk about DC news and stuff like that. So that's what we're normally gonna do. But this one was personal, y'all. That's probably all I can say about that.
Well, I do want to thank you. I do want to thank you, Sil, for coming on and clarifying all that for us. Me and Sonia got to get back to our conversation about
regularly scheduled program,
out of body experience. So thank you so much for stopping by, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Right on. Y'all take care.
All right, man. Are you there, Sonia? Are you still there?
I am here. Go ahead. You can go ahead and finish reading the chat. What's in the chat?
Well, I'm just waiting for you to come back.
I'm here. I've been here the whole time. I just ain't said nothing.
Okay, so well, are you coming back on camera, or are you gonna just
maybe? Can you just go move on with the chat?
Move on with the chat. I can't do it. I don't know how. I don't know how, Sonia. Yeah. The chat's waiting on you, Sonia. Everybody says you left.
You have control of the chat.
No, everybody said you left. So
I've been here the whole time.
I don't.
And you were talking with Sil, so I was letting you do your thing, and I was just sitting back. So anyway, they have questions for you.
No, they have questions for you.
No, I can't answer their questions. I know nothing about what they're asking.
Okay, well, when you come back, we'll continue with the chat.
I'm here. Just because I'm not on camera doesn't mean I'm gone.
Yes, it does.
But if you want me to come back here, if this will make you happy, is that better?
Yes, that's a lot better. Katsuka says hello from the other side. Wow, the chat works now. This is cool, Sonia, the way it works. Check it out. Katsuka says, hey, Brian. Abu Nas is in the chat. What's up, Abu? He says the earth is going to get scorched soon, Zod. You better be ready to light it up. I am ready to light it up, and we will definitely light it up on another stream. That's going to be great. And Katsuka says, Zod left Sonia. Sonia left Zod. I don't know what happened. Sonia.
Wait a minute. What Katsuka said?
Yeah,
what?
Zod left Sonia. I didn't leave. I'm here. I didn't go anywhere. Sonia disappeared, though. I thought
I
you
was
were.
here the whole time.
I thought you were outside.
letting-
I thought you did like your astral thing. You were, projecting. I was.
See,
You said you could do it at will. So I was just kind of.
you better be glad that I don't let your little jokes bother me. Anyway.
What did I say?
No.
You said it yourself. Did you not say that your astral thing you could do it at will?
I could do it at will.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. I wasn't saying that. That's the point I was making, that you could do it at will. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that dude Vince subs out. Hey, Brian. Hey, what's up, Vince? Rel McMillan says it's the Sweet Sonia solo show. Did you mute yourself again?
It ain't no Sweet Sonia solo show. This is Joey's show.
No, it's the Sweet Sonia solo show.
Thank you. Anyway.
What happened? Why didn't you say anything?
Will you stop playing and move on with the chat?
Anyway, ain't playing at all here. Okay. And we got Abu Nas. Yep. Again, brother. Everybody loves Abu. Eid Mubarak, brother. Yes, sir. And Bad Dan says, at Sonia. See, again, Sonia, these are coming at you, these questions. If aliens came to Earth and the only way to survive was to betray the human race, would you do it?
I'm sorry, guys. My son is talking to me. What was the question?
The question is, at Sonia, if aliens came to Earth and the only way to survive was to betray the human race, would you do it?
To betray the human race?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. No, probably not.
Okay. Leroy Kong is laughing at the situation. And Brian Master of None says, hey, that dude Vince, you had a great stream earlier today, Brian. It was awesome stuff. Abu Nas says, Kupi Malik. Alaikum salam, brother. Good to see you and Eid Kareem. Okay. And Rushdan says, hey, Zod and Sonia. Yes, it is. It is Zod and Sonia. We are here. It is Zod and Sonia. Don't let Sonia fool you with her astral projecting.
Shut up. You know what? That's why I'm an astral project and go choke you out tonight. How about that?
Okay. I'm open to it.
you wouldn't even know I'm there.
Well, then what's the point? What do you do? Whose benefit are you doing it for? If you're saying I wouldn't even know you were there, that makes no sense. I have to know you were there. That means you don't. It means you don't know how to do it. Then you're making it up. That's fraudulent, Sonia. You're just making stuff up now. Oh my goodness. What are we gonna do here? Okay, and y'all are celebrating the Eid. That's awesome. Cool stuff here. Sleep paralysis. Yes, that's essentially what Sonia's threatening, and you all saw it here on video.
No, that's not what sleep paralysis is. Sleep paralysis and astral projecting is two different things.
Kupi Malik would beg to differ, as Kupi Malik also says here, astral projections usually accompanied by sleep paralysis.
I used to experience sleep paralysis from when I was a little girl. I would wake up in the middle of my sleep. There would be a dark figure in my room, which was really weird. Usually there's some sort of dark entity that accompanies sleep paralysis. And when I would wake up in the middle of the night.
Did he have a dirty black hat and knives for fingers?
You know what? You know what?
Was his face all burned?
No, this is serious stuff, Zod. You're joking about it. Sleep paralysis is real. This is serious stuff. And you're sitting there laughing about it. And it's nothing to laugh about, especially when you're scared out of your wits when it happens to you. But it used to happen to me a lot when I was a child. I would wake up in the middle of my sleep, can't scream, can't nothing, can't move, can't nothing. And there's a dark entity in my bedroom. It's crazy. All I can do in my mind was scream the name of Jesus. And that's the only way I came out of it. But anyway, somebody said they had it last night. It's normal when you don't get enough sleep and stressed.
Yeah, maybe you weren't getting enough sleep and you were stressed.
Kazuka, you're crazy. The spirits won't let Sonja speak. Go ahead, Joey.
Chief, the spirits have got me. A Dave Chappelle quote. Ralph McMillan says, when I was about 5, I remember watching myself sleeping in the bed from a high view, and I then woke up, not sure if it was a dream but it was freaky.
That's an OBE, an out-of-body experience.
Yeah. I had an out-of-body experience once like that, and it was like a really, really vivid dream with a woman in a red dress. Yes. Very vivid. Bat Dan 530 is saying he's got to go. He's getting tired. Okay, good night, Bat Dan. Thank you for being here, man. It's always a pleasure. Koopy Malik says, out-of-body experience is cool. When it happened once, it happened to me once. But if it happened more frequently, you need to be careful because now they can see you, and that's not good.
Elaborate, Koopy Malik.
Well, you've said you've done it more than once.
No, I want to know what his take is. I could do it at will.
Okay, do it right now. Do it right now.
It's not something this is something personal to me. This is not something that I'm going to perform for a group of people. It don't work that way, Joey.
Oh, come on. Please.
But anyways, I'm trying to grasp what he's trying to say here because they do say that when you leave your body, that your body is vulnerable to like being possessed by like another spirit or a demon or something like that. So because it's like unprotected. That's why normally if it's something that you plan to do, if this is something that you normally do and you plan to do it, you pretty much have to stay prayed up and you have to protect yourself, like with prayer or whatever your ritual is that you do to protect yourself. So everybody does it differently.
And Rushton says, I want to share another spiritual story too, more like a ghost story. Okay, go ahead and share. That's awesome.
Bring him on so he can share it.
And
no, you did just...
Ralph McMillan says that story was great, Sonja. That story was great.
I don't know if people are clowning or if they're being serious or if they're just clowning. But anyways,
no, everybody's being serious. Everybody is. Don't worry. We're all being serious.
I'm not worried because it's my experience. I know what happened to me. And just because it doesn't happen to just because no one else experiences that doesn't mean it's not real. So anyway.
Okay. Katsuka says, I would have a panic attack if I astral projected. Not even lying. You see? Everybody's taking it seriously, Sonia.
But sometimes, people, like when it happened to me the first time, I didn't know what was happening to me. I didn't even know what astral projection was until I studied it after the fact. So I was doing all this research on what happened to me. And yeah. Anyway, but you wouldn't know, Katsuka. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you would know if you saw yourself laying there in bed and you were out of your body. Anyway.
So,
Kobe Molly says, Sil's my man. Sil is a cool dude.
Yeah, Sil's a very cool dude. He came on and shared a little bit with us. I did send the link to Belle Reeve and Terea if they wanted to join at some point tonight, but Rishnan says Liecast Fraudcast. He also says Liecast and Four Farts are the biggest bullies out there. He says, I literally got thrown out of a group after saying I do not like the idea of the motion comic. Dawson literally argued with me and told me to F off and then blocked me when he was losing the argument. For Dawson, I got thrown out of a chat group. Wow. I'm sorry you had to experience something like that, getting thrown out of a chat group just for making a point. That's terrible. I've had that experience before, so I can sympathize with you. Now, I've never astral projected, but I have had the experience of getting thrown out of a chat group before, so I know.
Okay, Russian, what's a motion comic? Can you elaborate on that? Explain to me, what is that?
That's that Justice League thing that Sil was talking about.
Oh.
When you turned off your camera.
Anyway.
I'm just saying. I love our chemistry. You're so much fun, Sonia. It's so much fun. We're just like
you're gonna get your ass kicked, Joey.
That's okay. You're already choking me. What's the difference? The man Sil. The man of Sil, yes, Sil is the man, of course, man of Sil. Yes, he's amazing. Listen. This show is so good today. I'm enjoying this show so much because Sonia is so much fun when she gets aggravated. It's so awesome. She's like,
I'm not really aggravated.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm not either, Sonia. I love you.
You know what? You better chill out. I'm gonna cast a spell on you.
Okay. Ooh, that sounds.
I know magic.
That sounds sexy. Everybody put one magic in the chat if you want Sonia to put a spell on me.
I know magic. I have everything I need to cast a spell on Joey.
Oh my God! Now I'm sure everybody's gonna have a lot to say about that. Koopy Malik says, I don't think they're bullies. Just stay away from the path. Liecast just stray farther away than Four Nerds, in my opinion. Come on, Sil, I'm no bot. Oh, that's when Sil was commenting about the accusations that he purchases subs. Yeah, I know that's not true with me. I don't purchase no subs. I only have 400 and something subscribers.
Wait. Rewind. Who purchases subs?
Some people were making accusations that Sil
because he has so many.
Because he has so many followers, I guess. I don't know. I don't think that's legit. That's pretty funny. I mean, to say somebody buys subs. I know, it's like the dumbest thing. Zod, just want to say your Marvel versus DC theory is correct, because after Secret Wars, what does the MCU have left to adapt? Because Secret Wars is the biggest thing in Marvel. Well, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate my theory, Marcus. Some people think it's wacky. I don't know. I'm glad you like it. Katsuka says I'm a bot. Katsuka says feed me.
She said feed me.
That's true. I agree with you, Koopy. I really like the Four Nerds, but their behavior was bad. Koopy Malik says Katsuka, programmable or non-programmable? Cannot comply. Cannot comply. That's pretty funny. They're here and they're watching us.
Who is they?
I don't know. Probably the creatures or entities you were talking about earlier. I don't know, Sonja, because I don't know anything about that. So
You want to get slapped, don't you?
I'm relying on you for that one because I don't know anything about that. I'm sitting here like
I'm asking who is she talking about, or who is he? I don't know why I want to keep calling.
You keep calling Katsuka her. You should know by now. We've been doing this for 9 episodes.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Katsuka. I mean, oh my gosh.
This is so hilarious. Oh, this is great. I'm telling you, this is so funny. Oh my God. See, and people need to understand that this kind of thing that Sonja and I have going on, this is the kind of conversations we actually have in real life before we started doing the show. We actually talk to each other like this. This is actually pretty normal for us. Liecast, Fraudcast is lying. Okay. Kupi Malik says Katsuka. Laughing at Katsuka. Rushnan says they traced every art, every single one of them. And Nova Joe says, I don't like how they were blurring the lines between inspiration to tracing, shaking my head. You see, this whole controversy is just like this big, this big thing. They also tried to trash Zach for his homage of Richard Donner to defend themselves. Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that was ridiculous. I did see that.
You guys can't hear that in the background, can you? I have my bedroom window open, and there's this really loud.
Well, don't let any entities in, okay?
You know what? They're probably already in here.
Well, as long as they're positive, it's okay. The more, the merrier, right?
I'm gonna cast a spell on you. I have my black salt.
Ooh, baby!
You're
gonna cast a spell on me. Woo!
I'm serious. You think I'm playing?
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Sweet Sonja G says she's gonna put a spell on me.
It ain't gonna be in your favor, though. It's not gonna be a spell that's in your favor. No,
well, I'm already getting choked out, so it's kind of
You know what? I'm gonna give that assignment to someone else. How about Katsuka?
Katsuka says I like how there is rarely any violent discourse in Zod's chats. Yeah, no, the thing is that everything here, I try to be as positive as possible. I mean, even with when we brought Sil on for that brief moment that annoyed the hell out of Sonja, it wasn't like it was anything really negative. It was just a a brief little thing. I don't
I didn't know how brief it was going to be. The last time you and Sil took the whole show over.
No. That wasn't going to happen tonight, Sonja, because you're speaking more tonight than you have on any show. So this is great. I love it.
Shut up.
No, you're not stepping out of the way.
No,
that's not true. That's not true.
You are crazy. You're stupid.
All right. And Kupi Malik agreed with Sil. He said both sides need to be heard before coming to any conclusion. That is a good statement right there.
Okay, what? Okay, go ahead and read that.
Liecast, Fraudcast will make up a story and play victims like always.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Well, who is Liecast? I know.
He's another guy on YouTube who he shut down his YouTube channel because of the controversy. The motion comic thing. That dude Vince says never heard of Liecast until tonight. Neither did Sonja. So you guys are both in the same boat.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah, Sonja has no idea. Kupi Malik says Sonja is having an out of camera experience. Oh yeah, that's when she left me alone.
I was still here. I just wasn't saying anything. I was letting you and Sil have your moment.
You sent me a text message, and you said on the text message, what did you say?
I said you're wrong for that, Zod.
You're
I didn't
wrong
want to
for that, Joey. What was I wrong for? I didn't do anything.
We'll talk about this after the show, right? Anyway.
I don't know. You sent me these random texts, and I'm just supposed to know what you mean. I'm like, what? Okay. Rel McMillan says she's back. Yeah, isn't it great? Doesn't she look amazing? Seriously. Before the show, I mean, for real.
You deserve that right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
I don't know who you're talking to, but I'm just ignoring it.
I'm talking to ZodWriter.
Oh, are you
AKA
really?
Joey. Joseph Todd.
Only Joey to you, I guess. Sonia is going to choke you outside. You make another joke.
He's already getting choked out, McMillan. As soon as as soon as he gets that 1,000 subscribers.
And Dirk Diggler says, "Hey, girlfriend."
He said, "Girlfriends." Hi, Dirk.
That's right. Hey, Dirk. I guess I'm one of the lovely ladies too tonight, huh?
Yeah. So, Joey, from now on, your expressions have to be.
I see. Okay. And Zohar, what's up, brother? Zohar says, "Okay, what's wrong? I'm the resident therapist. What's wrong?"
Hi,
he wants to know. Everybody loves Zohar, man. Props to Zohar. I'm glad you're in here. There's a rumor you're wearing assless chaps with a pair of Crocs, Zod. Can you confirm this? Well, I'm actually wearing pants. I'm actually wearing pants for tonight's show, which is rare because I don't usually wear pants.
What do you wear?
Well, usually just shorts.
Oh, so you lied to me.
But I'm wearing pants now.
So you lied to me.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. You're being completely weird.
Oh no! Don't even
say
go
all
there.
These things are just weird tonight.
You know what, y'all? You guys.
You must have astral projected out of here, and then when you came back, now you have a different personality. I don't know what's going on right now.
Joey, we'll talk about this later.
No, we won't, because later I'm going to bed. I ain't going to be having these weird conversations with you late at night. Zohar says I sense a lot of anger. What did I miss?
You didn't miss anything, Zohar.
You didn't miss anything.
I'm perfectly fine.
Sonia astral projected out of here, and then I had brought Sil Abdul on here for a little while, and then, to make a long story short, Sonia astral projected back to her body and came back to the stream. So that's all you really missed. I mean, it was quite a sight to behold, and she basically turned her camera off when she astral projected so that nobody could see. But yeah, that's what happened, really. Katsuka says, Zohar, my dude. And Zohar says a lot of sexual frustration.
Oh, no.
I can feel it, hear it, and see it. So obvious.
Zohar, you have it all wrong, dear. Not at all.
I can't really argue with that, can we? Whoa. All right. And Rajnan says, you two should go on a date as soon as possible.
Why is everybody trying to hook us up, Joey?
Well, maybe because they know that when I get 1,000 subscribers and you come over here to choke me out, that the two of us hooking up is inevitable, I guess.
Lord, today.
Anyway, Kupi Malik says, what if choke Zod not on camera? Where's the fun in that? No, it's going to be on camera, but that's, exactly, we got to have it on camera. Zod tripping, LOL.
Thank you, Katsuka. Katsuka's got my back. He's got my back. I'm his homie.
A lot of people got your back. So many spirits that you astral projected around. They've all got your back.
You know what?
I can see them from here. I can count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6.
You know what?
I don't know what.
I'm gonna have to break out with some hoodoo on your ass, and I'm gonna send spirits your way to mess with you.
Koopy Melik says, "Ooh, you mean the shadow? You mean the shadow people, Sonia? Yeah, I met them before. Yeah, I was talking about the shadow people. There was like 6 of them right over here."
Oh hush. But Koopy Malik, but yeah, I experience shadow people all the time. I could just be sitting here watching TV and I could see them in my peripheral vision. I mean, they're just all over the place. I mean, it's crazy. But yeah, I experience them all the time. Being, I guess you can call me sensitive. Usually, people that are sensitive are, they have a lot of contact with the paranormal, like with spirits and things like that. So, yeah, I experience it a lot, and I have been since I was a small child, which is really weird.
Nightmare at Home Streets.
And no, it's nothing like that, because like not all the entities are evil. I mean, they're around me at times, but they're not all evil. I can if they're
cool.
evil or if they're just just want to.
So
chill
some
out.
of them are some of them like pleasurable and funny.
When you fucking stupid.
I just want to know, are they pleasurable?
No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
And what is it like? What's it like?
No, I'm just saying that I could tell if I have like a evil like entity around or near me, But anywho, they don't mess with you like that.
Well, how do they mess with you then?
They don't. I mean, they just come around me, but they don't mess with me.
Well, how do you
like
know that they're around you? How do you sense them?
I just know they're
some
there.
kind of
and you can see them. There's what you call orbs. Have you ever seen an orb before?
Yeah.
There's like little balls of like light, or it's like not always light.
Oh my God, maybe I have experienced this before then, because it sounds very familiar to me.
Yeah, but anyway.
So like, do you actually see people in these orbs, or is it just
no, not necessarily
feeling kind of a thing?
No, it's visual. You can see like entities. You can see like forms.
Right, well, next time these entities inform visit you, can you film it on your phone so we can play it on the show?
You're stupid.
I just want to.
But you know what?
I think that would be cool.
I have ghost hunting equipment because I do go ghost hunting. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we can do something on the show. I can take you with me on an adventure sometime or something.
That'd be cool. I mean, do we get to wear like night vision goggles and stuff?
You're fucking stupid.
I want to know.
Sorry, you guys. I don't curse a lot, but Zod has me in that mood right now.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
You're stupid.
Night vision goggles? I don't know. Katsuka, I just came on for 5 minutes and she seemed really pissed. What did I miss? Oh boy.
Zohar,
Sonia, you would like to answer this question.
No. Me and Zohar will talk later. Anyway, on to the next.
I heard a lot about this. Had a couple of people say this happened. Okay.
It's
Freddy Krueger.
Not Freddy Krueger. Not a Freddy Krueger thing.
Katsuka says Zod was messing with Sonia. He wouldn't read the chat unless she turned her camera back on. That's true. That's true, because it's late night Q&A with ZodWriter featuring SweetSonjaG. If SweetSonjaG is not going to be here, there's no show. So
it kept going when Sil got on. You guys kept going.
No, but Sil was brief. He was only here for a few minutes.
Yeah, I know. Okay, McMillan is talking. It's saying something. Sonia, when I was a kid, I remember seeing a dark figure walking throughout the hallway with a top hat. Oh, They would call him the Hat Man. Actually, there's a lady that I'm friends with. She's very experienced with all those different entities, and she's even written books about them. But yeah, that would be considered. They would call him the Hat Man. If you've seen a dark figure with like a top hat, that would be the Hat Man. If you Google that, my friend, what's her name? She's not my friend, but one of my associates.
Oh, come on. She's one of your besties.
No. But she wrote several books on the Hat Man and all these other and shadow people and things like that. I'll put her information in the chat. I'm gonna find it right quick. But anyway, you can go on and read the rest.
Oh, well, thank you. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for your permission to move on to the next.
Oh, whatever.
I want to, I'm going to defer to you because, this is your show too, Sonia. I mean, come on. Rushton says, I believe in Sonia. I believe in Sonia too. She's sitting right here.
So you don't believe it unless you see it, right?
I'm not saying that.
I'm messing with you.
I'm just saying here, I believe in you. I'm seeing because you're very visual. It's like HD. I don't know. You know what?
I'm kidding.
You know what? I don't know. Okay, there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Hamlet, yes, Hamlet, a fellow Shakespearean. I love it. We are all serious except Zod. I was being serious, but it was kind of funny too, a little bit. Kupi Malik says, Sonia, in my knowledge as a Muslim, human and jinn occupied the same space, but at a different plane of existence. When you astral project, you're entering their realm, so they can see and interact with you.
Yeah, that is true.
Kupi Malik also says they can interact with you freely without them crossing over. Sonia? They can interact with you freely without them crossing over.
I don't know what he means by without them crossing over. Crossing over from where?
Crossing over from their plane.
Oh, because they're but they're coming in like the shadow people. I don't know exactly what the shadow people are, but I don't know which entities he's referring to though.
He was talking about the jinn in the above statement, which is another word for a ghost or spirit.
Aren't jinn? Aren't they like
more
evil? They're more evil.
Jinn are more evil, more negative than like a a traditional ghost. So it's more of an evil spirit type of thing.
But anyway.
Shoo. Okay. Neil 7 says Sonia is great. Yes, Sonia is great.
Thank you, Neil.
We can all agree on that. He also says Lightcast is done. Stick a fork in them. Katsuka says, Sonia.
What's up, homie? Oh, but
I can't believe you've done this.
Okay, I'm gonna put her name in the chat. You guys can just Google. I gotta do it through my phone.
Okay, because you're getting some more questions here, Sonia. So I want to make sure that you can.
Let me go into the. Did I spell her name right?
I have no idea. I don't know what her name is.
No, go. You can continue reading the.
Okay. Well, Rushton wants to know: can Sonia see someone's future?
You know what? No, I can't see anyone's future. For the past year though, I have been practicing like the tarot and things like that. I don't read for other people. I just read for like myself, close friends and family, but like strangers, people I don't know, I don't read for. Um I really can't. I don't know. I just don't. I'm still learning how to do the tarot. Um, I don't have my cards here with me right now, but I have several sets of like
Well,
tarot.
you can read for me right now on the show.
No,
Right
I'll
now.
do it next time. No, I don't have my cards with me. I mean, they're here, but I'm not gonna do that.
Well, get up and get a deck.
I'll let you guys see a couple of my decks, but I'm not gonna read for you.
Oh,
Hold on.
wow.
Shut up.
This is amazing. She just like straight up was like, shut up. Should, you know, if I were to play some Jeopardy music, would I get a copyright strike? I don't know. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
You're so stupid,
All
Joey.
right, welcome back to the show, Sweet Sonja
You're
G.
dumb.
Hey, listen, man,
Sorry,
we
I have to
gotta
check.
entertain. We gotta entertain, right?
You're dumb. No, but for real, you guys, just a little bit about me right quick as far as like spirituality and stuff like that. Um, I was born and raised in the Baptist church. Um, so I grew up Baptist, and it's like when like out of high school, I stopped going to church and stuff like that. And then um, when I met my ex-husband, I started going to church after him and I got married. I started going to church with my mother-in-law, and I got really heavily involved in the church. I actually became ordained youth minister, so I worked a lot with a lot of young people. Um, I still have those young. I don't do that anymore. It's been like some years, like well over 10 years ago. But you know, some of the young people that I worked with, you know, I still have contact with them. They'll call me every now and again if they need someone to talk to or whatever. But I've experienced some things in the church that just like totally like turned me away from the church, period. Um, so I just started doing my own thing, just like adventuring off, studying different religions and taking from different religions, you know, and applying things to my life. I do apologize. No, but anyways, but I've been on a spiritual journey for the past, like after I got divorced 4 years ago, you know, I've been on like a spiritual journey. So I'm pretty much a spiritual person now and not a religious person. So I've been like dabbling in a lot of things. I've been learning about a lot of different religions like Buddhism and Hinduism and just a lot of uh, different religions and stuff like that. But I'm not, you know, connected with any one type of religion, but I take from all of them and apply it to my life. But yeah, and I gained an interest in the tarot and just different things. And what can I I was going to share. I don't know if I want to be too thorough about the things that I'm involved with, but because, people tend to think you're cuckoo or crazy and they tend to judge you. But anyways, I'm going to stop right there and I'm just going to share with you, like, let you guys see my decks. This is the Rider-Waite tarot deck. I don't know if you can see that.
Let's make
box.
this official here so everybody can get a good look at your deck. Okay, so show that deck again.
No, this is just a box that I actually keep them in a cloth bag, but that's the
what's the most
popular
reasoning behind that though? Keeping it in a cloth, and for what? What does that do?
Actually, it just protects it and preserves it. I mean, I don't want to have to keep having to like open the box and take them out and do whatever I do with them. But anyways, I keep them in like a sackcloth. But anyhow, these are the different cards in the deck. I'm still learning all of this, so I can't tell you what each card means. But anyway, that's my main tarot deck. And I really like the design on the back of these. Thought that was
that's
pretty
really
neat.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah. But anyway, and then I have all my other ones are put away, but I have another one that I use. These are oracle cards. The box is really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says energy.
It's really shiny.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to take them out of the box. But I haven't used these much because I'm still like studying them. But the thing I like most about these is the art. The artwork. This is what the back of the cards look like. I don't know if you can.
Wow! Check out the quality of the card.
Yeah.
Does it have like is that like a gloss finish or like a matte finish of some sort?
Yeah. But they have like, here's like some of the artwork on the cards. Like we have that. I don't know. I'm trying to hold this up right so you guys can see. That's like the moon card. Yeah, these are really neat. So I'm still learning. This looks like Jesus, or the man they claim to be Jesus, but that's not what this person represents in this card, though.
Really? I thought that was the dude. I thought that was the dude from the Bee Gees. I don't know.
He said the Bee Gees. This?
Yeah. And was his name? Andy Gibb. Barry Gibb. I don't know.
These are my oracle cards. So I do readings from these too. I haven't used these ones much, but I have several other sets, but they're packed away. And I was gonna mess with Joey because I said I was gonna put a spell on him. And let me show you what I have for you, Joey.
Okay.
Don't judge me, guys. Are you scared yet?
No. Put your library book down, Sonia. All right. And Rel McMillan says Sonia is hilarious. I love her honesty. Don't we all? Koopy Malik says Sonia, we're about to cast a spell on Zod to become a frog prince, perhaps. Yeah, what kind of spell are we talking about here, Sonia G?
No, I'm missing entities to go mess with him. No, I'm playing. I'm not gonna do that.
Entities. Okay. Well, just make sure that they're nice entities and that can give me a sponge bath. That'd be cool.
I'll send you a succubus. I'll send a succubus your way. Do you know what that is?
I thought you were talking about yourself.
No. I'll send a succubus your way.
No, thank you. Dirk Diggler says there's more
Do
love in
you
this
know what
stream.
that is, though?
Yes, I do, and I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Dirk Diggler says
Okay.
there's more.
Oh,
Says there's more
excuse
love
me.
in this stream than all the glory holes in San Francisco. Oh God, that is so funny. Rel McMillan says Zod is in the doghouse. Oh my God, this is hilarious.
Why is everybody talking about sexual attention? What sexual attention? There
Mega
is
D
none.
says the sexual tension between Zod and Sonya is intense. Pow,
Mega
pow.
Deuce, what are you talking about?
Dirk
the
Diggler says
fudge?
Astro Lube over Astro projecting. Oh my God, these jokes are
Oh my
hilarious.
gosh,
You
where
guys
is this
are
coming from?
you guys are in rare form tonight, for real. Joey and Sonia sitting in a tree.
No, I don't think so.
Number one, I wouldn't be sitting in a tree with Sonia. Okay, I've got more sense than that. Number two,
Wait, you what? You what?
But I'm saying I wouldn't be sitting in a tree with you. I got more sense than
wouldn't?
that. I'd be sitting somewhere else with you, not in the tree. I don't want to fall out of the tree. Katsuka says facts, Dirk.
Yeah.
Rel McMillan says Zod is a joker tonight. Well, I'm just learning from all of you. Zohar says, Zod, you're not
Thank
seeing
you,
the
Zohar.
signs. She doesn't like it when you speak about astral projections. You're being a bit demeaning. It's real to her, but you're making fun of her, so she's mad. I don't take her seriously. Oh, well, actually,
what?
no, I really didn't know what I.
No, that comment is probably from earlier when I said when you were laughing about the whole thing. I know you probably didn't mean anything by it, but when I told you that it's real to me, that's my experience. It's because it didn't happen or no one else has experienced that.
Yeah. I get what you were saying.
So I think he's going back to there. But now I'm about to piss you off. I'm about to make you mad. I'm not.
Sonia has the midi-chlorians. She's force sensitive. That you don't take her seriously. That's why she is frustrated with you. Just an observation. It could be schizophrenia. No offense. Sonia dropped the F-bomb. If she had a traumatic experience, maybe she has schizophrenic episodes. You should be more sensitive. Just saying, none of my business.
Zohar.
Wow. Zohar.
Now you're gonna get choked out, Zohar.
Whoa. You know what? You know what happens when you say things like that about Zohar? Zohar starts talking about if you will feel the Zohar.
Zohar's gonna get choked out now.
Kupi Malik says spiritual entities or jinns usually appear based on their intentions. The more wicked they are, the more horrifying and grotesque they look to us. Does that make sense to you?
I've never seen a jinn before. I've encountered dark entities. There's only once where I've been like physically attacked by a demon, and that's when I was when I was in the church, because I was an ordained minister at the time. So I was one of those who laid hands on people, when they come up in the prayer line or whatnot. And I lay hands on people and I pray for them. But during one of those times, I got attacked by a demon. when I laid hands on this person. And this person was being oppressed by demons, but I also think this person had been possessed by demons as well. Because like this lady, she would be in line every Sunday. And I mean, this woman was like evil, but she would be in the prayer line every Sunday. And then when we would pray for her and lay hands on her, she would like just weird stuff starts happening. Like she would like start coughing really hard, spitting up crap out of her mouth. It was just weird. But one time I laid hands on her and I prayed for her, and I was physically attacked by demons. And I didn't realize I was attacked until I had went to the restroom and looked in the mirror, and I saw like handprints. My neck was like really, really red. It was crazy. That's what happened afterwards, or that's what I saw after praying for that woman. It was just weird. But anyway.
And Ralph McMillan says, crazy thing is, Sonia, those two experiences I had was only when I lived in that apartment complex. So it was location based?
Oh. I'm not experienced with this stuff as far as, you asked me if it was, it could be that, yeah, maybe the apartment was haunted or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you were invading their space.
Katsuka says, my sister-in-law hunts ghosts and paranormal things as well. She's written books and stuff too, a part of the whole supernatural society. That's cool.
That's awesome.
Koopy is spitting facts, my man. Jinns are both good and bad. Koopy needs his own spiritual realm podcast with all that knowledge. I agree. Koopy Malik is spitting some good stuff tonight. And Zod, you should do a show about spiritual stuff so we can all share our stories. I think that would be great. We should do that. We should actually plan to do a show like that. What do you think, Sonia? That sounds great.
That would be cool. I was thinking about that. I follow a podcast right now. What is the name of the podcast? It's not Fright Day. But there's this podcast that I listen to where it's a husband and wife, and they have people submit their stories to the podcast and they read them on air. But if you guys want to like come on and tell your story, that'd be cool too.
Yeah, I'll put the link in the description when we do that show. And anybody that actually wants to come on and tell their story, you're more than welcome to do so. We could totally do that. That would be fun.
That would be awesome.
Keely Chow says, hey everybody, what's going on?
Hello.
Integrity 101 says, what's up? And
hey, Integrity.
And Koopy Malik says, no, Zod, not all jinn have evil intentions, but they are curious about us. What I meant by crossing over are when they are summoned by ritualistic practices. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Thank you, Koopy Malik, for clarifying that. Koopy Malik says, Ralph McMillan, haha, I'm not knowledgeable, but I do know a little bit. Katsuka says, I grew up Southern Baptist as well.
But yeah, Katsuka, I don't care for being a part of a church. I mean, there's so much stuff that I've experienced in churches. Like when I was a minister in the one church I was at, it was so much corruption in that church. It was crazy. The pastor was sleeping with all kinds of women in the church. He
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, it was just crazy. And then not to to each his own. The Bible talks about or speaks against the homosexual lifestyle, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to judge anybody if they choose to live that lifestyle, but in this church I was a part of, the pastor, he wasn't only sleeping with the women. However, he started promoting, or not promoting, but he had started this ministry class, and I think he had like gay intentions as well. I don't know. It's kind of hard to talk about this, but well, it's not hard to talk about, but it just like makes me sick to my stomach. But he, it was like the church was starting to turn into a gay church, I guess. I don't know how to put it, but it was just a bunch of stuff that I didn't agree with what this pastor was doing, and it was just crazy. I just had to leave from there. It was toxic. Anyway,
that dude Vince says, I mostly went to Baptist church growing up, not really religious anymore. Rel McMillan says, I didn't grow up Baptist, but I went to a Southern Baptist Christian school. And Neo Sci-Fi says, as ZodWriter, is that the dating game theme? Yeah, I was humming the dating game theme while we were waiting for Sonia to find her tarot cards. Yes, I was. That was the dating game theme. Yeah, that was cool that you caught that, Neon Sci-Fi. I was really trying to belt it out. Sonia, nah, you're not crazy, lovely lady. Just many have misunderstood. And tarot cards, cool. Yeah, now we're catching up, people. When you pulled out your cards,
I used to be
can
scared.
Sonia do a reading for me someday? I am really serious.
Oh my gosh. Not on here. It'll have to be in private. I mean, I don't really do readings for people I don't know, but I don't know. I know a lot of people do readings and they get paid for doing it, but that's something I would never do. I mean, if I started doing
could test
readings
it
for
on
other
you
people,
could test it on me. You could do a reading on me and then see how that goes.
I've done it on a couple of people, and what was laid out came to pass pretty much. But
the biggest spider in the world that I've ever seen behind me, like the biggest spider I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, wow, check that out.
I would have been booking up out of there.
I'm like,
oh my God, I would have been up out of there.
He was just as big as like half the size of my couch. I'm turning around, look at that spider. It's huge.
Is it a wolf spider?
I don't know what kind of spider it is.
A daddy long legs?
It's not near me. No. It doesn't have like all those legs, but it's pretty big. It's like it's I don't know. I'm just kind of ignoring. I don't even know where it went now, to be honest with you. It kind of crawled underneath, but as long as it doesn't bother me, I don't care. Like whatever.
Rushman, you did get my information when I put it in the chat the last time when everybody was asking for my social media. If not, just let me know and I'll send it to you again. Maybe I'll practice on you.
Koopy Malik says, Sonia, you remember me telling you about I'm sorry, Koopy Malik. I have a hard time reading that.
What is that?
That is one of the summoning ritual practices here in Indonesia.
Oh, is that where you're at?
Yeah, he's in
Indonesia. Oh, wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Megadeuce says, good show. Thank you, Megadeuce. Zod, read your messenger. I explain all. Don't be mad. No problem. No problem, Zohar. No, man, you're good, bro. And do not show Sonia. Peace. Okay, no problem.
Zohar's
awesome.
For me.
Zohar's awesome. Megadeuce says that spiritual tip is real. I'm a nurse in the program. I came across a girl that is similar to Sonia with the sight. Oh.
With the sight?
With the sight.
Mega?
Megadeuce, oh, you mean like an indigo type of person? God, you guys are all on like a much deeper plane than what I'm used to. See, Sonia, it's nice to see Sonia opening up more on a show like this. You know, you can tell Sonia's getting comfortable because she's eating on camera. Usually, you know.
No, I'm doing it because I know you say you don't like to see people eat.
That's all you do when you talk to me is eat. What are you talking about? And I can't get mad at you for that. Zohar says, and now I'm 100% right in what I wrote to you on Messenger. Trust me, 100% accurate. Tread very lightly, please. Okay, Zohar. I'm with you, man. No problem.
Zohar, don't be talking about me with Zod or with Joey.
Zohar, am I missing some context here? Sorry, a bit confused. Rel McMillan says, Sonia, your church was turning into Studio 54. That's true. That's true.
For real, McMillan, it was crazy. He was sleeping with, the pastor was engaged to this one lady. And then she came crying to me. She called me one night crying, saying that Pastor so-and-so is sleeping with so-and-so and so-and-so in the church. And I'm like,
there's multiple so-and-sos?
He was engaged, supposed to be engaged to this woman. And she came to me because I was like part of the ministry staff, of course. And she came to me crying about him sleeping with so-and-so and so-and-so. And I don't know. I don't know. It was just crazy. I'm not going to elaborate anymore.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, let's just go on.
Well, that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good observation by Rel McMillan. Zohar says, "Is it a black widow spider? Those are stupid." I don't know what kind of spider it was, Zohar. All I know is it was pretty big. That's why it caught my eye. I kept looking over by me. I'm like, "What kind of spider is that?" I'm just like, I mean, you know, I see random spiders around my apartment every now and then, and it's just like it doesn't really bother me. It's more of me just trying to figure out what kind of spider it is. Like I'll look and be like, "Oh." Rushton says, I have your Twitter. I'll contact you soon.
Okay.
And who sent the spider to you? I have no idea. 6 cents. That dude, just a lot of therapeutic stuff that I'm noticing here. I feel like I'm at work.
Zohar. You trying to call me crazy?
So Sonia,
you better not be trying to call me crazy. I'm gonna inbox you, Zohar, and I'm gonna get on you. Let me see.
Kupi Malik says, Sonia, yep, I'm from Indonesia. That's why I'm not strange with the supernatural. It's part of our culture. I guess it has been for a long time.
That's awesome.
And that dude Vent says, Kupi Malik, Jakarta looks like a fun place to visit. And Zohar says, I'm not answering you, LOL.
Is me?
I guess he's talking to you, Sonia. He's not answering.
Where did my phone go?
So
you better not be ignoring me.
So the thing is, you couldn't, like, right now, if you wanted to, pull out your tarot cards and do a reading. You couldn't. Or
I can,
you could, but it would be complicated.
No, it's not that. I just don't I'm not like a professional reader. And you want me to perform it in front of everybody?
Well, just like
when I feel more comfortable. When I feel more comfortable, I will.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. And that dude Vent says that's the capital of Indonesia, Zod. Okay, cool. Yeah. Thank you very much for clarifying that, because
Wow, Zohar, I can't believe I'm not answering you. Okay.
And Zohar says readings are the biggest BS of all time. Don't get me started. I have proof. So there you go. Zohar's debunking you.
You know what?
No.
Freedom of speech, freedom of choice.
And Rel McMillan says here, Zohar is getting hard in the paint. This has really been a fun show so far. What do you think? What do you think, Sonia?
Oh shit. Oh, excuse my French. Sorry, y'all. Oh my goodness.
And you've been cursing like a sailor tonight. I don't know what to say.
I don't curse a lot. Isn't it? Okay.
And the more defensive she gets, the more I know I'm right in what I send you, Zod, in the messenger.
Why are you talking about me? Why are you discussing me with
Sonia?
Joey?
Sonia looks stressed. LOL.
Do I really?
You're not stressed, what? Sonia. This is the most laid back you've been in weeks.
Do I care?
I don't think you look stressed.
Do I care?
You look like you're glowing right now.
Ben said I look stressed.
Zohar, are you trolling or are you being serious? Zohar says, "Okay, I'll stop." Zohar is awesome, man. I really, really love Zohar. He's amazing. This is what we're doing though. This show is on a completely different level tonight. I have to admit.
Because I shut it down.
You're being vocal. You're being very vocal, Sonia. You're speaking up. You're saying a lot more than you usually do. I think this is the most you've spoken in all 9 episodes. like you chose episode 9 to start talking. It's like, wow, okay, great.
No, because I'm always sitting on the sidelines. Everybody asking you about the Snyderverse. Everybody asking you about this and about that in the fandom. I don't know shit about any of that stuff. So I really can't give my 2 cents. All I can do is just sit on the sidelines and just see you do, listen to you do your thing. So.
Okay. And my good friend Zohar says, I'm a doctor, Rel. I have a doctorate in psychology. I would never joke about this or troll. And Koopy Malik says, Zod and Sonia, have you ever wondered why Lady in White, known by almost all parts of the world, they appear more frightening in Asian countries?
Oh, wow. I've heard about the Lady in White. I've heard stories. Oh, wow. You're going to have to share some with us someday.
Yeah, we'll do that. When we decide to do this a show like this, what we'll do, we'll put the link out there for anybody who wants to jump on. And you can share your story. Koopy Malik, it'd be nice to hear from you, man. You can jump on, all of you, if you have stories, because it seems like everybody's really taking to this like this.
Well, I'll just send him a link right now. Let him tell us about the Lady in White.
Okay, you know what we can do? If any of you want to, that's a great idea, Sonia. If any of you want to jump on now, I will go ahead and put the link in the description, and you can jump in if you want to. Let me get the invite. I'm going to put the link out there, and if you guys choose to jump in the chat, you are more than welcome. So I would say this is the first time on this particular show that we're about to do an open panel, because we don't usually do an open panel on this show, but we already had Sil Abdul on earlier. So we'll go ahead and open up the chat here for those that want to jump on. Here's the link for those that want to jump in. You just go ahead and click on the link, and you'll be able to be in the back, and I'll bring you on, and you can tell your story if you desire to do so. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I guess Sonia, because I was like, well, that'd be great. We could do that, and And if it's successful and this is something you guys like doing, we can do it more often.
I want to hear Koopy.
And Zohar says you're being very authentic, and now I know all, which is okay. Cool.
Who is he talking about?
I think he's talking about you, Sonia.
No,
And
I'm mad at Zohar. He's talking about me to you.
Rel McMillan says, I remember when Sonia was shy and nervous. Now she's wide open. I love it.
No, Macmillan, it's not that. I was just quiet because, like, everybody that came into the chat was asking Zod about, it was always about the fandom or Snyderverse or what all the drama that's going on around all that. I mean, I wasn't very familiar with it, so there wasn't really much I could say, or I couldn't even chime in because I didn't know anything about it. So I was
and you don't like to speak on stuff that you don't know anything about. That's one of those things. I mean, I understand that. I mean, that's.
But tonight it was when I put my damn foot down. Now let me quit.
There you go. Zohar by doctor. Do you mean gynecologist?
What the fuck?
Rushton says F yeah. Rushton says I want to. Zohar says I wish Dirk. And Zohar says I would jump on, but I'm trying not to get killed tonight. Oh, Zohar, you're more than welcome. You could jump on. Man. If you wanted to jump on, I would have just sent you the link a long time ago, brother. No problem. So anybody can jump on if you guys want to. That's fine. Rel McMillan says, Sonia, what are you eating? You're making me hungry.
Oh, it's a sandwich, a turkey sandwich from Jimmy John's. Do you have Jimmy John's where you are?
That dude Vince says I jump in, but that would require clothes. I know that feeling. Sometimes
you don't even have to come on camera. Just come on the panel. You don't even have to show
that's
your face.
That's the other thing. You don't have to. That's the other thing. It can be audio only. You can come on and you don't have to show your face. It's just audio only. It would be your icon would be the only thing we would see, and that's how that goes too. LOL at that dude Vince.
Zohar, I'm blocking you on all my social media. You're not my friend anymore.
If I come on, it will be too real. She is definitely not ready to hear the truth. She's way too defensive. That's what Zohar is saying. Zohar, you are awesome. And Belle Reeve says, came by to say hello to you and Sonia. Hey, what's up, Belle Reeve? You can jump on too if you like. If you feel like jumping on, go ahead. That'd be awesome. But I'll get back to the chat a little bit later because right now we do have a guest in the back. So we're gonna bring him on. This is none other than Koopy Malik. Welcome to the show, man. How are you?
Hi, Koopy. I can't hear him.
Yeah, we don't hear your audio, Koopy.
Can't hear you.
Hold on. As soon as you
we're echoing, so
testing.
Okay, we can hear you.
Okay, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Great. How are you? I'm good. A little bit sick, to be honest.
Oh, hope you feel better.
I want to hear
middle of the day here.
I want to hear the lady in white.
Oh, about the lady in white? Yeah, we have many sightings here. Don't know if you have seen any of it at your place. I mean.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever seen one?
I never have.
I never have either.
It's like you're seeing a female, all dressed in a white gown, hair black, maybe up to her waist. Can usually teleport from one place to another in an instant.
Oh, that's creepy. So what's the story behind her existence?
Well, maybe this is about, I don't think it's her originality, but we believe that she's one of the spiritual entities. Well, we call her jinns. She appears in a female form, and she usually appears in a similar manner in other countries, but not as frightening as we have in Asian.
Oh,
They usually have their hair up the front here.
oh, so her hair is long and black, and she would have her face covered with her hair?
Yep.
Oh, that's
Have you
creepy.
ever saw the movie The Ring,
Yes.
Yes.
Japanese horror film?
Yes, I saw both. I think
She
there's
looks like,
two of them, or two or three movies.
yeah, the Japanese one, not the Hollywood ones.
Yeah.
You need to watch the Japanese one.
Yeah, I've seen the
That's
Japanese one. I've seen
yeah,
both of them, the American one and the Japanese one.
that's pretty accurate on how you portray it.
Oh, wow.
Standing up, I mean, kind of, well, like, how do you say it? People with the ability to not stretch, I mean, put their body in like a contortionist
Oh,
when they
yeah.
walk
Oh my
when they
God.
walk to you, and they have their hair
That's
covering their
crazy.
faces.
That is freaking creepy. Did you understand what he was saying, Joey?
Uh-huh.
That's creepy. I would never want to. I think that would freak me out. I mean, I've seen many entities, but something like that, if I ever came across the lady in white, oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do. That's creepy.
Sorry.
That was me. Sorry, you guys.
Well, we have many here, about maybe a dozen. If you play the Dread Out game, you might
Wait,
have a picture
again?
of what we have here, like the pig cryptid.
And we are being joined by someone else on the live stream right
Zohar.
now.
Joey, he was still
Hey,
Good
Doc.
friend
talking.
Zohar.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
I gotta step in because this is getting ridiculous, Zod. Zod, this is getting crazy. I need to put in some logic, some common sense into this. So bear with me. Give me a minute, okay? I don't know how much time you have for this, but this is crazy. This is crazy. 1,000 years ago, no, 2,000 years ago, there were no physics, there's no chemistry, there's no biology, there's no science. Nobody knew anything. Nobody knew math. It was just we had the sun, the stars, the moon. Nobody made sense out of it. How 2,000 years ago? How would someone who lived 2,000 years ago would make sense out of anything? If they didn't have chemistry or biology and physics, they would look to who? They would look to spirits. They would look to demons. They would look to God. They would look to anything that would make sense to them, right? So,
Okay.
So if 2000, if the things that we know now with all the technology that we have right now, all the technological advances that we have, all the scientific evidence that we have right now to debunk all of these tarot cards and the spirituality and these ghosts, um, why are we still living like we were living 2,000 years ago? We're completely ignoring biology, chemistry, physics, science, math, all of these things. It's crazy. It's like crazy talk. There's only one explanation. I'm not going to say what that explanation is, but I messaged you, Zod, and that's my diagnosis,
Okay.
and that's my
I-
professional diagnosis. And you
I
guys can believe whatever you want, but this is just like this is insane. And this is crazy. But you guys are welcome to believe in whatever you want to believe in, free speech, whatever. But oh my God, come on, we're not. This is not caveman era. This is not prehistoric. We're not living in 158 AD or 2000 BC. We have a lot of proof, a lot of evidence, a lot of scientific evidence-based research stuff going on that, oh, this is why this is this way. This is why this is this way. Right?
Yeah, and we've got that dude Vince who's saying for you, Zohar, saying just because you debunk the paranormal doesn't mean it isn't real. You seem insistent on debunking her for some weird reason. But I see where you're coming. I see where you're coming from with that, Zohar. So, like, what's your take on the whole concept of ghosts? Why do you think people are still hung up on them in this day and age?
Because people want to believe in something after they die, because they don't want to be sad, they don't want to be depressed, they don't want to feel alone, and people will think what they want to think and feel or forced to feel whatever they want to feel so that they don't feel alone, because it's effing scary to think, oh, after we're done and that's it. That was pointless. That's what a pointless existence then. If we're just there's nothing left after this, that's pretty scary. So people are going to think of things, force themselves to think a certain way so they feel safe. And this is safe. Oh, there's ghosts. So if there's ghosts, that means there's other things. So that's okay. So I'm not scared anymore. I'm not going to be alone anymore. After this life, it's not over. But I mean, people are just too scared of honesty, and people, it's synonymous, honesty and negativity. It's not being negative; it's just being honest. But people always like to confuse honesty with negativity. So, and that's the hardest thing to do in therapy. There's people fight and fight and cry and scream, "You're wrong! You're wrong! You're wrong!" But I'm trying my best to give some logic, some common sense with how people feel. But just people just don't want to listen because they're too scared. They're way too scared to be like, you know what? Maybe he has a point. But no, they don't want to say that because that's way too scary. It's too real. People do not want to be real. People want to feel safe because safe is better. So that's where I'm at.
And we're gonna add Rushnan to the chat now too. So what's up, Rushnan?
Sorry, I'm a Debbie Downer, but
Hello.
Hello.
I don't mind.
So yeah,
Hi,
I
Russian.
I actually agree with Zohar about it. Like uh I was listening to him, like what he was talking about. That I have a different view about it, like how and why we say all these things. There is this philosopher, or you can say him as a psychologist. It's called Carl Jung.
yeah, I know him. He's a
Yes, and
psychologist.
yes, he is. So
Yeah.
he has this concept about unconscious. Both Freud, Sigmund Freud and
Sigmund
Carl Jung,
Freud,
both.
Jungian
Yes, yes,
therapy. I
both.
know Jungian
Yes, yes,
therapy. I know Carl Jung. I know him very well.
yeah, yeah,
And he is
yeah,
out
yeah.
of his mind, by the way. But go ahead.
Yeah. So it basically talks about the unconscious, and there is another term called collective unconscious. So I
Yep.
feel like what Sonia did is like she had a trip to her, the collective unconscious that she's been carrying through her life, through her birth. Like, actually, these things that to me what I believe or what I see through these concepts as is that we have this collective unconscious that we don't know about, and it's been carried out through generations, and it's not something that is gained through experience or something like that. It's rather something that's always been there, and we don't know much about it. So what she was like, she was in a trip to that place, not just she wasn't out of her body or something like that. She just went to that place of the mind. That's all, and it's all inside you. That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
And Sonia, your response to that?
He's somewhat it's all about consciousness, you know.
Of course, you're going to
So
agree with him because it's safer and you feel more comfortable to agree with him.
Zohar, oh please.
Zohar
It's
might
my
understand what I
experience.
actually meant. It has a safer, thing, and it has a more darker, meaning to this trip, or what I actually meant.
It's so easy um, to agree with someone that has the same exact feeling and opinion as you. It's always much easier because it's safer, it's less scary, and people don't want the truth. Why the hell would anyone want to hear the truth? That shit is scary. It's
Okay,
really
Zohar.
scary. The way am I gonna? I'd much rather hear something that makes me feel comfortable rather than hear something that, oh my god, maybe that's the truth. I don't want to deal with the truth. That frightens me to my core. But
My
that's the
truth,
truth.
my truth is that other entities outside of ourselves exist. I've seen them with my own eyes. I'm not crazy. So don't
I'm
sit
not
here.
calling you crazy. I'm saying
I'm not
there's no
crazy.
my truth or your truth or her
Okay,
truth. There
I
is
have a
the
story
truth.
actually. I have
Okay,
a paranormal story.
there are physical entities outside of ourselves
No, there isn't.
that I have seen with my eyes.
If you've seen it with your
I'm
own
just
eyes,
saying, you know,
other people haven't
you know
seen
what?
him. Have you been
I'm
with
not the
other
only
people
one.
that have
I'm
seen
not the only one. I'm not the only one.
at the same time?
I'm not the. It happened in the churches that I have been in.
I know
Oh
that. I know
God.
that. I
So
hear you.
so
I
yeah.
hear what you're saying. But
But
did it
anywho,
happen at the same time? Did you see the same thing that someone else saw with you at the same time?
I can't tell you that.
Exactly. Only
But
you saw it. So you have to
no
ask
but
yourself, why did you
no
only see it? You got to
no
ask yourself why you only saw it.
but
You got
I'm
to
not the
ask.
only one with this testimony though.
Right. There are
So
more than one person.
there are other experiencers.
Yeah, I know. That's called not I understand that.
But
Everybody has episodes. It's not just you.
you know
I
what? It's not an episode. It's reality. Believe
it's
it or
not
not,
it's your reality though.
No,
It's your reality though.
it's reality. It's reality.
Rel McMillan
Anyway,
says, my friend told me he saw a lady in white walking alone at night when
I have
driving
a weird
home.
story.
Great.
Like, let
I
Don't
me
know if
share
it
it.
was okay. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead,
guess
Russ.
that was a
This
ghost
happened
too,
with a
right?
this
I guess
happened
that
with
was a
you know
a
ghost.
what,
friend of my brother. So
Zod?
this is really
I'm
funny.
sorry. Hold on one second, Zod. Pause everybody else and let him tell his story so he won't get interrupted.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, this happened with a friend of my brother. So he got this new job. So he went to a new city. So he there he was to work in his office. So he uh, he like bought a new home. So it was like, it wasn't actually, he didn't bought it. Was like he rented it. So what was the funny part is that
What? Hello,
I guess a ghost got him. I don't know.
Joey. You know what?
okay, yeah. So there was a little bit of internet problem. So yeah. So what happened was, so he was living in
It's
this new home
it's not
and new
internet.
city.
It's not an internet.
So
It's a spiritual phenomenon. I'm telling you.
shut the fuck up.
Zohar, can you please let him speak?
Shut the fuck
Okay,
up.
sorry.
So
Joey
yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
and Joey,
Uh,
it's not
so what?
funny. It really, it's not funny.
So yeah. So what happened was, so he was living in this new house, new city. So what was happening was that he used to cook his breakfast and his dinner at the same time. Okay, like, but he used to do his lunch in his office. So he used to cook his breakfast. He used to eat his breakfast and leave for office, and he used to like keep his dinner in the fridge, and then he used to come back from office at like evening. Then he used to like heat the dinner and then eat it. So the best part is like one day what happened was he cooked his breakfast, also his dinner at the same time in the morning. So what happened was he it is like breakfast, and he left his dinner in his house and he went to his office. So he's like in regular, like he had his lunch in his office. Then when he came back in the evening, what happened was he opened his uh, fridge and saw his breakfast and dinner both is in the fridge. Ta-da. So that's the story.
All right.
So
Well,
what do you
thanks for
think, Sonia?
sharing.
What do you think about that story, Sonia?
It is what it is.
And that dude Vince says you also seem to be losing viewers with this topic. Katsuka says this panel got absolutely wild. And Dirk Diggler says Zohar is the voice of reason.
Thank you, a smart
Yeah,
person. Panel.
agree with Zohar in a lot of point. Like we actually create a lot of meaning. It's true actually.
Thank you.
About certain things.
Thank you. Dirk, you're a smart guy.
Like I was talking about that guy called Young. Like what he says, everything we are like ghosts, religions. Like everything that's inside our mind. It's just us making a more hopeful, more risk-free meaning of out of that. That's and
Exactly.
each year by year, each generation it passes and it becomes more polished. And the best part is the
Exactly.
experience that creates a religion or story. It gets far away with every generation because it gets more polished.
Exactly. I'm just being more polished. And some
Yeah.
people are still living in the year 2000 BC. You gotta grow up. That's it.
Well,
It
I
can't be
don't.
more simpler.
I'm not living in the year 2000 BC. I'm living in the present, in the
You're living
moment.
in the present with a mentality
You know,
of someone from 2000 BC who does tarot cards, spirituality,
don't
and all
come
this
on
stuff.
here, Zohar, and try to belittle me.
I'm not. I'm trying to be
Please,
honest
please
with
don't do
you.
that. Don't do that.
But I also but I also agree to the fact is Zohar, you want a fucking asshole.
Oh, of course I am. That's what they call me. That's fine. That's why I'm such an amazing therapist.
Well, you go and
Cool.
take your therapy
By
somewhere
the way,
else.
are
Your
you a
therapy has
therapist?
nothing to do with
Like
me and my
I
Zohar?
told
experiences.
you, Zod. I told you, Zod, it wouldn't be good because people are very defensive. People are just not ready. They're not
No,
ready,
no, that
and
it's
then
not
knew
that.
this would happen too.
No, it's not. It's not that we're not ready. I don't know what the heck you mean by that. I experience some things, and I experience them all the time, and it doesn't have to do with my mental capacity or whatever. I mean, this is supernatural shit that happens to me, and it's real. Just because
Real to
you
you.
haven't, no, just because it hasn't happened to you or you haven't experienced it, you don't think it's real. But
Zohar, I'm
to each
feeling
his
like
own.
she's gonna send us ghosts and we're gonna fucking die. Like tomorrow is Eid here, so I don't wanna die.
Okay, smart.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not dissing out Sonia's like uh,
And
explanation of that thing. That could be like true. Like I don't know fucking everything. Like but I have my own way of viewing. Like both I'd say just that Zohar also has a way of viewing things. So is Sonia's.
I
So
don't even, it's not even my view. It's not even my truth. I'm not even
yeah,
talking about her truth. I'm talking about the truth. It's just reality. It's science. It's the world. That's what it is. Has nothing to do with
I
my truth. I
but,
see it this
but
way,
my
or
point
Sonia
is
sees it that way. You all could see it however you want to see it, but there's one truth and trying to educate, but
let me
nobody's
tell you like
ready to be
science is
open-minded
no,
enough to
science is
listen.
based off
I'm
assumptions.
very open minded. That's why I
Are
experience
basically
what I
based on
experience.
assumptions and they change with time. Like that's why we cannot diss out anyone. Like how you are dissing out her. Like oh, you're like idea is trash. But we cannot do that. Like we have to be like, yeah, because like ideas change. Like
Uh,
it's
I mean,
it's
is
time.
what about Rich here? Rich is saying I'm seeing a ghost of Tupac right now. He's smoking weed with Elvis and telling Michael Jackson to stop
Oh,
chasing after little
oh
angels.
my God,
That I believe it.
I
I
mean
believe
that's I
Tupac
mean
too.
that
that could be cool actually.
That's the only ghost I
that
believe
could be
in.
true. I mean, for real. I mean, it's that dude Vince says if someone chooses to believe in something to feel safe, who am I to judge? That's a good point. I mean, it's like you.
And it's not about feeling safe either.
Yes, it is.
I'm not.
That's
It's not
all it
like.
is.
It's not. No, it's not. This is
Then
stuff
why
that just
why are you
happened
so
to me.
defensive,
I
Sonja?
was
Then why
at.
are you so
No, I'm
defensive?
not being defensive. I'm not being
You are
defensive. I'm
so
just
defensive.
saying. I
Do
am
you know
just
why you're being
saying.
so
This is.
defensive?
You know
Do you know
what?
why
So
you're so
hard. You know what?
defensive? You're so
Joey.
defensive
Joey.
because you're afraid to be afraid. That's why you're
Oh
so
please!
defensive.
I'm not afraid of shit. There's
Yeah,
nothing to
you
be
are.
afraid of. Oh, don't tell me. You don't know me, Zohar.
I don't know
You
you,
don't
but
know
I
me.
know that
You
you're
don't.
afraid to be afraid. That's why you're
Don't
being so
tell me.
defensive.
Oh, please.
You're
You know
very
what?
defensive today.
You know what?
Very
You can
defensive.
say what you want to say. More power to you, brother.
You're just
And
very
the
You
Frank
angry.
know,
the Frank Knight Rises says, "Hey man, I saw a UFO with another person. Then later I saw it on biblical art, and I later met some other folks who lived there in the area, and they saw the same thing while barbecuing.
Great. What was in the barbecue grill?
I have no idea what was it. CA is making a qualified statement about himself, so we'll just allow him to enjoy that.
I support
And
you, CA.
and yes,
that's
100%. Whatever you want to be, brother. And the Frank Knight Rises says, "You'll always be an uptight non-believer. I was too, till you see, till you see some shit." And Dirk Diggler says, "Blind certainty."
Exactly.
And the Frank Knight Rises says, "I know more people that seen some shit than not, especially people that live in Mexico." And the Frank Knight Rises says Zohar is going to get visited for talking
I
shit.
hope so.
I hope you do too, Zohar, because if you actually get visited, you'll be one of the most, you'll have one of the most amazing stories to tell on
No,
on another
I'll just
show.
go
It'd
to
be
the
great.
hospital and get some antipsychotics and I'll be good.
Antipsychotics.
I'll be immediately rid of all ghosts that I see.
Honestly, if you were my therapist, I'd probably fire your ass.
That's fine.
uh,
I only
that
see
dude-
children anyway. I only see age 6 to 16. So it's good.
the Frank Knight Rises says, "I don't believe Zohar is a therapist." Oh, I believe he is. Um, Zohar, you are not omniscient. You don't know everything. You seem stuck up.
Okay, good.
Let's see here. Zohar hit the nail on the head. People hate honesty
Thank you, Dirk.
and confuse it with negativity.
There's always one smart person out of 10 unintelligent people. That's always the case. I'm telling you. Go into oh, can I say one more thing before I get booted off? Think of a okay, let's say you walk into a room and there's 100 people. Let's just say 100 people in the room. How many of those people do you think are, let's say, stupid? Just out of 100 people, approximately. How many of those 100 people are kind of dumb? What do you
Probably
think?
about 80 of them at
So
least.
80 of them. Now think of the world as a gigantic room, 7 billion people in the room. How many people are dumb out of 7 billion? A lot, right?
Out of
That's a
7
lot
billion.
of
Yeah.
dumb. I don't want to say dumb. That's a lot of people that are not willing to be educated on certain things. Well, let's just say that. I don't want to say dumb. A lot of people are not willing to be educated and are very closed-minded and don't want to be educated on certain things. So a lot more dumb people, uneducated people than educated people in this world.
I would agree with that. Sure.
That's all I'm saying.
And Integrity 101
and
says,
I'm not one of them.
course you're not.
I'm not one
Be
of them.
fine.
Zohar.
Keep being defensive. Keep being defensive. It's fine.
You know what? Don't
Integra-
say anything else to me,
integra-
please.
I'm not.
Integrity
You're talking to
101.
me, and I'm not screaming at you. You're screaming at me. I'm not being defensive.
Zod, you know
You're
what?
being
Close the
defensive.
panel or I'm leaving. Close the
see.
panel or I'm leaving the stream.
Yeah, she's not ready. Told you.
Okay.
You know what? You can keep it moving, Zohar, because I'm not gonna let you come on here and insult me.
I'm not insulting you. You're screaming at me.
Joey, close the panel or I'm leaving.
People definitely want to believe. So there's a lot of phony stories out there. That was Integrity 101. Koopy, you want the whole panel closed?
If Koopy has nothing else to say, you can close it.
Okay, Koopy, did you have anything else to say? Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you guys on Thursday. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you to the panelists who chose to participate today. Have a great evening, everybody. Good night.